Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress. And as you could tell by my attire, it's motherfucking Freaky Friday, y'all. The day we all been waiting for. At least I have. And you know I love a Freaky Friday. Before we get started, please make sure you hit the like button, like, share, subscribe, all them things. So do me a favor, hit that like button right about now. Thank you. The fit tonight is me on my regular degular on a Friday night. You know, this is some regular degular shit. You know, I was gonna put the thigh high socks on, but you know, I know I got some feet fans out there like to see my feet, so you're welcome. You could thank me later. But yeah, this is my regular degular fit. Hope you guys see me in my regular degular, my glasses. Oh, and look at my little, you see I got these little honeybee. Oh, ain't they cute? Yeah, I thought they was cute. Like, on some dainty. Want some? On some dainty. So today's episode is about something that I've been getting asked millions of questions about since I did my anal play episode, and that's pegging. Okay, so you know, I always talk about my dominatrix shit and how I've had to peg my clients and I've pegged my slave. Pegging specifically means female to male penetration. I don't know why there's a difference between just saying anal sex and pegging, but it is a difference because it's letting you know that it's a female to a male. You would be surprised how many guys are really into anal stimulation, pegging, you know, all types of anal stimulation. It's a lot more common than what people think, and even though there's such a stigma attached to it, it's really very common. I mean, that's about a lot of things. Like, in this country, we have stigmas attached to so many things, but they're so prevalent. Like, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I have met, not only have I been getting asked a lot of questions, but I have met a lot of people, men and women, who think that, who are of the opinion that if a man likes anal stimulation, then that makes him gay. I personally don't feel that way. I feel that we are all human and we all have anatomy, okay? And there are lots of different ways to get off. And I feel that anal stimulation is just another one of them things. So I feel like the only thing that would make you gay in that situation is if you prefer to have anal stimulation from someone of the same sex. Then I would make the assumption that you were gay. But if you like to receive anal stimulation from your girlfriend or your wife or a girl that you're dealing with or whatever, I don't feel like that makes you gay. Like, that's just my personal opinion. And if being anally penetrated is the barometer to say if you're gay or not, then that means every guy who goes to a urologist to get a prostate exam would be gay, because they all have to submit to someone putting their fingers in their anal cavity to do their prostate exam. And honestly, like, I just feel like people go through a lot of things to bust a nut, so to speak. I mean, you know, so I don't feel like that's that far-fetched, because I've seen people go through way more to get off. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to simple anatomy and physiology. If your prostate is stimulated, you will ejaculate. Like, if your prostate is stimulated, you're gonna bust a nut. Like, there's not gonna be anything you can do about it. It's just gonna happen. Because that's anatomy. Your body cannot deny things. You know what I'm saying? Your body cannot deny things. It's kind of like, you know, I have to relate it to myself. So it's kind of like, you know, when I'm in play with Old Faithful and I'm saying I don't like something, but it's juice box. It's juice box when I'm saying I don't like it. So he's like, well, how you don't like it if that's telling me that you do? You know what I mean? So it's like your body can't deny things. And pleasure, and to me, pleasure is pleasure. Like, I don't know. I just don't get caught up in people exploring their sexuality and finding out what they like. Okay. Another part of pegging, another reason why I think people like pegging, besides the physical pleasure that you can get from it. I know the clients that come to see me and the men that come to see me to be pegged, they like the power exchange of it. Being totally under my control, can't do anything about it. I'm doing what I want, how I want, when I want. Giving up that power to me in that way. And that's just another form of power exchange. Like, I do the same thing with Old Faithful. I kneel for him and I do submissive things for him. I follow commands. It's the same thing. I'm giving up my power. I know how powerful I am, but I'm giving it up. It's the same thing with pegging. I just, like anything else in this society, I feel like we get so caught up in what you're supposed to be doing sexually, who you're supposed to love, how you're supposed to love them. And pegging can be very enjoyable. And it's like, I feel sorry for men out here who wish they could just be like, yo, I like that. Or like, can we try something? Because they're worried about their women saying, oh no, you're gay. Like, I don't want to deal with you or whatever. Because I just don't feel like people should be judged for their sexuality on any level at all. If you don't like what somebody is into, you don't have to be with them. You know what I mean? And it's also a sense of, I don't feel like people should speak on something that they haven't experienced. If you want to say, oh, it's not for me, cool, you can say that. But you shouldn't speak on the experience because you haven't experienced it. And people like what they like, okay? And I've had some really interesting conversations with clients that have come to me for pegging. Like, everybody has different reasons for enjoying that or wanting that, but it makes me feel, on my end of it, when I peg someone, it makes me feel incredibly powerful because they're giving me that power. Sorry, I forgot I had my hookah burning and I was like, oh. It makes me feel incredibly powerful to be able to do that to someone and they have the consent, because I get off on the submission of it. But I find that most of my clients are very liberated by the feeling of somebody pegging them and taking their control, breaking them down, so to speak. It's a very vulnerable place to be in. But it could also be very enjoyable, okay? Very enjoyable, because your prostate is like your love button. It's kind of like a clit for a woman. Like, that's the spot. Like, you find that spot and learn how to do that spot the right way, that spot is going to give you what you want every time. So I understand why people enjoy pegging. Like, and I'm not looking at no man like he's gay if he comes to me and asks me to peg him. Unless he tells me that he's gay, I'm not gonna say, oh, he must be gay because he wants me to peg him. Because I used to peg this guy, very nice, attractive black guy, tall, muscular, beautiful. If he was walking down the street, you would not think that he was into getting pegged, but he really enjoyed getting pegged. And he was a dom too. Like, he would have submissives and stuff, and he had that side of him too. And it's like, I relate because I have the dom and submissive sides to me as well. So, he wanted it all the time. He wanted it all the time, but you would never know. It's very common, and I feel like it shouldn't be so taboo. Like, it's like guys are always trying to get women to give them anal, But when you start talking about guys wanting girls to give them anal pegging, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh God, oh God. But a lot of guys are into it. And as quiet as it's kept, there's a lot of females out here that are into giving the pegging, okay? So I'm not weird either, okay? I've met a lot of women, not even in the lifestyle, who have dated men who like to be pegged. So it's just like anything else I talk about with sex in this country, like we say taboo, oh no. But on the underbelly of it all, people are doing the very things that they're saying, like, so I just don't judge. You know, I'm not going to go into all how to peg and stuff because it's basically my anal episode. You should go back and watch my anal episode if you haven't watched it. I just really want to talk about the stigma attached to it and let y'all know that I think it's ridiculous. I mean, if you want to debate or whatever, we can. My opinion is my opinion. My channel's my channel, so, you know, I don't know where you're going to go with that, but stop being so judgmental of people out here, man. Like, ain't nobody hurting nobody. If ain't nobody coming to you trying to peg you, you don't want to be pegged. Ain't nobody trying to go peg somebody, you don't, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like, let people live their lives. Like, my whole thing is to just educate y'all and let y'all know that the stuff that you're like, oh my God, is very common. Like, very common. I've even had people tell me, like, when I tell them that I have a channel and a Freaky Friday episode and I wear lingerie and little skimpy shit and talk about sex and freaky shit, they be looking at me like, really? You don't even look like you have sex or whatever like that. Like, it's just, that's what I'm saying. You can't judge a book by its cover. And it's like, we're all people, okay? We all have our kinks and shit that we're into. I'm just free enough to get on here and talk to you about it, but stop judging the people that want to get pegged, okay? Or anything else they want to do. So that's my show. If you guys have any questions about pegging or anything else, feel free to hit me up. I'll have my contact information in the description. If you want to support the channel, my Cashapp is in there too. Outside of that, thank you for watching. If you want to see more, please go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Conversations with the Empress. And until we meet again, smooches.